Well, hello there and welcome back to my video. I am Mickey B. Have we met? If not, it's nice to meet you and I'm glad you decided to join me today. Today we are here week 9 Sunday and we are going to moisturize and deep condition. And if you're new to these videos, what we're doing is we're taking care of our hair together. I'm trying to provide hair motivation and discipline while I get my hair in rehab back to its fullest potential. So just a quick update in case anyone's seen this and wondered what the heck is rehabilitation. So on that note, let's jump into it. I moisturized my hair a little bit already so that it's pliable. I don't want it to be too soaking wet. I want it to have just enough moisture to where it's not stiff when I'm working on it. So I think we are here. And elephant in the room, I got some new glasses. How you guys like my new glasses? I think they're kind of cool. They still look kind of nerdy and all, but I still like them nonetheless. And I'll tell you how it ended up, how I got these glasses. But before I tell you that, I am out. This is the last little bit of my hair food. So after this is what week 9. So it took 9 weeks for me to use this up, just putting it down the on my hair scalp. So just wanted to share that with you to show you how once you start doing things on a regular basis, if you have a lot of products sitting around the house, you will use it. You just gotta feed your hair the same way you feed your body, and those products will definitely get used. Before I forget, let me show you Baldy today. Okay, I hope I got that. I know sometimes when I'm looking back, I'm like, I missed the sweet spot. Thought I just heard something. So anyways, so today, I got these new glasses. I think I was getting ready to tell you how I ended up getting some new glasses. Because I already have a pair of glasses that are just a year old. But yeah, so I had a pair of new glasses already. I never wore them on the video. The glasses that you saw me wear the last time were the ones that the new ones that I got a year ago were replacing. So they're like, the ones I wore were the oldest, the ones you haven't seen were the second oldest, and then this is the newest. So the last ones I wore, those are the, let me get my clip real quick. Okay, the frame has broken. Like, I had it fixed, like the frame fixed on those at least 3 or 4 times, and it was getting to the point where I don't think it could be replaced anymore, repaired anymore, and they were just too flimsy, plus my prescription needed to be updated. So anyway, so I got a pair last year from America's Best, and I didn't like them. I ended up oops, okay, I'm tripping. I'm going out of order here. I'm putting the wrong stuff on the scalp. I don't know why when I get on camera, I just cannot handle myself properly. All right, let me put them in order. That might help, because I'm trying to talk and do this, and it's just amazing how you really think you can focus on multiple things sometimes, and you can't. Anyway, back to the story. So I went to America's Best, got some new glasses last year, roughly almost a year to the date. And I didn't like them. The first pair that I got, they were horrible because I didn't get the full transition. I got like a partial transition. And those things, it was some kind of partial to where the viewing, the part that you look through was like a figure 8. Like it had like an hourglass. Think of like an hourglass shape. So it had like that little bit, and then everything else was distorted and weird. And I'm like, You guys didn't explain that to me very well, because I would have never ordered glasses like that. Those things had me messed up. I fell in a flower bed trying to walk outside with those. I was so off kilter. I mean, it just really messed me up. I'm like, I hate these things. So I took them back. And when I fell in those doggone things, I fell in a flower bed of rocks, no doubt. It wasn't dirt, it was rocks. My neighbor's flower bed next door was just full with pink rocks. Luckily, it was in the evening, because I don't know that anybody saw me. If they did, it wasn't many people. But I'm like, these stupid glasses. And I knew it was the glasses. I knew right away. So I called America's Best the next day and told them, these things, I want to take them back. They're not working. So I went, took them back, and they said, well, what do you want to do from here? So I changed that little, I don't know, I can't remember what they called it, because this was a year ago. So I changed whatever that prescription was. I don't know if they called it a partial transition, whatever it was lousy. So I took that, and they said if you want to get a full transition, you know, the real deal, what I'm used to, that would be expensive and not what I was willing to pay. So I'm like, well, what's the next best thing? And they said, well, you could get bifocals. I'm like, the guy with the little square in the middle and all that stuff? She's like, yep. So I'm like, well, what's the cost on the bifocals? What they gonna look like? Am I gonna look like a little old lady from Pasadena? So anyways, I ended up getting those, because I'm like, well, I only wear them when I'm at home anyways. I don't really go out in them. So I ordered those bifocals, and I didn't like those either. They weren't as bad, but I've never had bifocals before, and now I see why. Because it's like the little square for your close-up vision. You gotta remember to look down all the time. And if you're trying to look at something close up, and you know, like if I was looking at my camera right here, and I'd have to do like that, and that was starting to hurt my neck. And when I was on the computer for work, I kept my neck was sore all the time. And I'm like, that's these stupid glasses again. Because in order for me to see the computer screen, the close up, I'd have to do like this all day, or try to put the glasses up so like the square would be a little higher. And I'm like, this is just not happening. So, but I'm like, these glasses, that pair that you haven't seen, the bifocal pair, and I like the frame. That's the part that really irritated me. I really like the frame on them. That pair of glasses cost me $386, and I had $100 of insurance that I needed to use up, which is why I went to them, because it was a last minute thing and I couldn't get to Costco, which is where I normally go to get my glasses. I'm trying to get these little hairs off me in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So I needed to use them up before they charged me again, because I was getting rid of that insurance and moving to another one, and I hadn't used it yet for that year. So I went to America's Best. They had an availability, and I thought, you know, they're not that expensive, they'd be cheap. So at the end of the day, those glasses cost me $386 minus $100 for the insurance. And when I get them, I'm like, I don't even like these things either, but I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I kept them, and I've been dealing with them. And this year, I went to get my eyes checked, and I'm on a new insurance plan, a better insurance plan. So I go to the doctor, and on this insurance plan, you can only, it's much cheaper, but you can only get contacts or glasses. So you can get a new pair of glasses every 2 years, or you can get contacts every year. So you have to choose. So I had to choose, I'll say. So I was like, well, since I got the glasses already, I'll go ahead and do the contacts this time, and then next year I'll replace these stupid glasses that I hate but paid for, and I'm gonna try to get my money's worth out of. So that's what I did. Now, after I got those, last year, mind you, this year I went in. I got my contact lenses this year with the good insurance. Okay, so I'm repeating just to make sure you're following the story, because I know sometimes I could be all over the place because it's in my head and not in yours. So I want to make sure we're on the same page. So when I move forward, you get the story from the start to finish. So anyway, so now I have my bifocal glasses from America's Best. Cost me $386 minus the $100 insurance, so $286. I don't like them, but I'm dealing with them because I don't have a choice. I get my eyes checked this year. I go to Costco this time. I got the better insurance. I get the new contacts because the contacts needed to be updated this year as well. And with my insurance this year, I could only choose. I couldn't do both. I had to pick one or the other, so I picked the contacts. Because since I had those other glasses that I paid that money for. What I found out towards year end was with this new insurance, something that I had not done before, and I kind of remembered like early September, maybe mid to early September, was that I had opted on my insurance to get an HSA. It's like a, no, not a HSA, a FSA, a flexible, I can't even talk, man, a flexible spending account. And I completely forgot. I had never done it before, and I really wasn't sure of how it worked. And if you don't know what a flexible spending account is, it is, you can put money, you can designate an amount of dollars to use for your medical, dental, vision expenses for the year. And you can put that money aside, and it's tax-free money. So they put it on a Visa card. So you designate the amount of money that you want to go on that card to go towards, like your dental, your co-pays, or your glasses, or whatever type of expenses would occur, like prescriptions if you have prescriptions, doctor co-pays, so medical, dental, and vision. It was to cover all of that. And I knew I kind of calculated how much my expenses would be for my dental, teeth cleaning, for my contact lens exam, and then the contact lenses. So I said, I'm going to try this because it'll save me money. I know I'm going to have those expenses, so let's see if this is worthwhile. So I got the FSA, flexible spending account, and that flexible spending account provides you with a Visa card, and every pay period they take out the amount of money that would equal the amount that you designated by the end of the year. So for me, I designated $500 to go to that account, and I said that should cover all of my expenses. When I have to get a prescription, or if I have to get my dentist, I knew I was getting contact lenses, and I also thought I was going to get the glasses as well. So what ended up happening was, come September, like I said, maybe early or mid-September, I realized I have not used this card. I'd never had it before, I wasn't used to it. So I'm like, I probably have $5 sitting there. And the thing about the FSA Visa card is if you don't use that money, you lose it. And I'm like, there ain't no way in the world I'm about to just let $500 go down the drain. That, my friend, is not gonna happen. So I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, I hadn't gone to the dentist yet because of this COVID and everybody being closed, and I still need to make that appointment. But I'm like, that's not gonna cost $500 for a teeth cleaning, which is already covered under my medical benefits, and there's no copay with that. So I was like, even if I did go to the dentist for my cleaning, it's not going to cost me anything. So I'm like, what else? Now mind you, I had paid for the eye exam already. I had had a couple of prescriptions, paid for that, had a couple of copays. when I had my physical, paid for everything, and that card has been sitting there. So I remember this, and then I was like, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for me to go and upgrade these glasses, and I get to go to Costco where I wanted to go in the first place, and I have time to make the appointment and get it taken care of. So now this is how annoying this was to me. My eye appointment that I went to Costco and actually paid my money for was September 1st. So that's why I say it was early September or mid-September is when I realized I had this card, but never having had it before, I wasn't sure of how it worked, how to use it. I just didn't know and really didn't take the time to find out. But when it came to me realizing that I was about to lose $500, I'm like, well, let me call and figure this thing out. So that's how I ended up getting the new glasses. I went to Costco, and if I had, these glasses cost $219. That was with no insurance. Okay, that was just regular Costco prices. Now, if I had gone to Costco last year and used that $100, I could have got these for $119. If I would have had the insurance, if I would have been able to use my insurance for the glasses this year instead of getting the contacts, they would have cost me probably again like $100 and something. Yeah, it would have been like $100 and something comparable to what it would have cost me from America's Best. Wait, did I say that right? I just confused myself because I'm focusing on pulling them stupid hairs out. So, geez, I just lost my train of thought because I was trying to calculate something in my head. I hit my thing again. But anyways, maybe it'll come back to me. That's what happens when you get old, child. You just forget midstream what you was talking about. So, but yeah, that's how I got these, ended up getting new glasses. But they cost me $219. I think what I was getting ready to say is if I could have got them with the insurance, is that what I was going to say? I don't know. Now it's bugging me because it's kind of like right there, but I can't grab it. Come here, thought. Come here. Come back to me. But nonetheless, I got these glasses and I was really happy with them. And I ended up paying full price. But luckily, it still was a savings. Like, this was regular Costco prices. Maybe because I didn't have the exam, because I'm trying to think, would it have been a little bit more? But nonetheless, I liked them, and I was glad that I discovered that credit, that, you know, the FSA credit card, the flexible spending account money. I'm glad I discovered that, because I would have been very upset had I not realized that, because again, you can only spend that money on medical, vision, or dental costs, nothing else. So you forfeit it if you don't use it. And I still have about $270 on there. So you might see me with another pair of glasses, because next year when the insurance kicks in again, I'm gonna do it again. So, oh gosh darn it, see, I told you I'm gonna keep hitting this thing. So next year I'll do it again, but next year I'll use it when I have like my physical, when I go in for whatever appointments I need to go in for, and I'll use the card properly and I won't pay out of pocket. This year I just kind of wasted it, and it's forcing me, I forced myself actually to have to spend this money. And you know, it's not like you can go to the hospital and get a new outfit or something. You know, it's like, it's limited, and generally it's not like exciting purchases you can really make. But for me, I was excited because I was able to get rid of those glasses, those bifocals, and get these transitions, I think they call them, transitions or progressives. that look normal and that I like. So I might just have to end up getting me another pair, because between now and the end of the year, I don't foresee any of those expenses coming my way. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you my new glasses and why I got them and how that all came about. So not a bad thing. It would be wonderful if I could just spend that money on some groceries or something, but it is tax-free, so I did save versus having taxes taken out of it and then using it to buy something and being taxed again. So there is an advantage to getting that, which is why I wanted to try it. But yeah, I like these little glasses. I think, like I said, they still look a little nerdy and all. You know, they're not like a super duper fashion statement, but I like them because I can see and walk in them and not have to worry about tripping and falling, because that other pair from America's Best, they had some cute frames, but I didn't like anything else about them. And if I had tried to go transitions with them, it would have been probably over $400. Their prices to me were just too costly. They might be a good deal if you just have single vision, but for my prescription, it was too much money. It was too much money. Even if I had used my good insurance over there, it still would have cost more than what I got at Costco. So I'm much happier with the lenses that I have from Costco. And like I said, I might have another pair by the end of the year, because I'm not about to let that $270 go to waste, because I called yesterday to find out what my balance was, and she was like, you got $268 and something cents. And I'm like, really? That's another pair of glasses. So yeah, that's the story of the new glasses. Not trying to impress you guys with a pair of glasses every video. It's just happened that way. Can you guys hear the cricket? I have crickets all in my house. This is cricket season, and these things are driving me crazy. Every time I turn around, there's a cricket in my shower, they're in my bedroom, they're in the hall, they're in my other bathroom, they're in the living room, just walking across like, excuse me, you know, like by the front door. And I hate the sound of crickets. Some people like that crap. I hate it. And as soon as everything gets nice and quiet, then they want to come out, and then sometimes they're super loud. Ugh! So I am in cricket hell right now. Like when I say they're everywhere, I just opened my shower just now before I came in here, because everywhere I go, I gotta like walk carefully and, you know, make sure that there's nothing there, because I hate that in my house. So I opened the shower like peeking around, because I'm like, I know something's gonna be in there. You know how them things like to hop. So my shower has 4 dead crickets in there right now, because this is the bathroom I only use for coming in here to do my hair, because remember I was telling you everything is set up and ready to go. I think this one is in the shower right now. Sometimes I can stop like that and get them to stop, but these things drive me crazy. So the best way to get them, I discovered, is with a toilet bowl brush. I had an extra toilet bowl brush that was on my service porch, and the bristles of the brush really grabs them, so when they try to hop, if you just hit them with that brush, the bristles just kind of lock them up in there, get them stuck. And you just got to be quick though. But like literally, I'm killing about, how many did I get already? I got one this morning, one in the hall just now, another small one by the front door. It was 3. And the reason why that's odd is because normally they don't come out really till late at night. It's not even late right now, and they're already out. So when I get up in the middle of the night, if I have to go to the bathroom, I'm like, proceed with caution, because I don't want the things to hop on me. That's just not cool. So I am dealing with these crickets. And I have to spray my house. I have the spray that I need. I just haven't had the time to get out there and get that done. I have the spray that the pest control companies use because my niece's husband works for a pest control company. I think he might have started his own company now. But when I was visiting them a few years back, he gave me 2 bottles of that strength pest spray to use. He said you just need a cap full and I think per 1 gallon. So you know those little plant sprayer things that you pump and it puts the pressure in there and then you can spray it out. So he said get one of those and then put a cap full of the pesticide and fill the rest with water. And he said then create a barrier around your house. So I've been trying to get to that because these crickets they're out of control, period. They're not getting, they are seriously out of control in my house. And so I was trying to get to it this weekend because that's something I gotta, you know, mix the stuff, pull out the sprayer, get the bottles out, get masked up and do all that stuff. And I just ran out of time this weekend. So that is on deck to get done this coming weekend because I don't know if you can hear this cricket chirping right now, but this is ridiculous. I mean, this is the worst it's ever been. And I know this is cricket season. I knew that. I knew going in it was cricket season. But this has been the absolute worst, and I have never killed so many crickets before in my life. And I don't like that they can hop. Some of them, it's like you just got to be strategic with it. You got to, like, when you coming up on them, because they stop. It's like they play with you. And so he sees me coming, or she, whichever, or it, and it's like they sit there paused. And I'm like, I know you see me, and I know you see this brush in my hand, but guess what? You think you quick, I'm quicker. So one almost got away, the one that was high up on the wall, because I had to use the broom for him, so I couldn't get the range to tap that, you know what. So he hopped down on my desk in my room, and then he hopped on the rug, nearing under my bed. I'm like, oh heck no. That was like, was that 6 o'clock this morning? I think that was 6 o'clock this morning. I'm like, oh no, I can't get back into bed till we handle this, because you're not about to be up under my bed and me go back to sleep. So he hopped up under the bed and I saw him, and he stopped like here's my bed, like the edge, and he was like right there underneath. So he didn't go far down under, because they're not very smart, or either he thought he was playing with me. So he stopped right there and gave me enough time, because I had the broom. I didn't think I was gonna need the toilet bowl brush. So the toilet bowl brush was in my hallway, so I went out to get that, and he was still there in that spot. He hadn't run anywhere or done anything. I'm like, yeah, that was your mistake, homeboy. So I come back and I had the toilet bowl brush. He was at close range, and I tie-yowed him, and that was all she wrote. So I got him. So they're just all throughout the house, and they're just I'm like, I don't know where they're coming in from. It's just annoying. So anyways, I'm in cricket hell right now, and I am not happy about it, but it could always be worse. But one thing, I just don't like bugs in my house, period. Especially ones that make noise. Anywho, so what else can I update you on, since I'm almost done here? I don't know if you noticed, my nails are still growing. However, little Pinky succumbed to his injury. I tried to save him. I did come up with that little quick fix where I put a fake tip on this one, and then the top of the fake tip, well, it was too long, so when I had to cut it so that it would fit. Even though the nail was long, it was about this long, but the tip was a little bit longer, so I cut it down. I cut the top of the tip off of the fake nail from the Dollar Tree, that pack of 80 that you get. I used one of those, and so I cut cricket. So So I cut the tip of that fake nail off, and then the tip that I cut off, after I glued the fake nail on top here, and then I took the tip and I put it underneath here, so it was like enclosed, so both sides. The tip was holding it, supporting it there, and then the fake nail was on top, and that held for about a week. And I thought I was going to be able to ride it out into the sunset until that nail grew out. But Saturday night, late Saturday, early Sunday morning, I was in my sleep. When I was asleep, I felt it. I scratched my leg or my back or something in my sleep, and I felt it pop off, and I was like, oh no. So that's when it happened. So I said, oh well, we're just gonna have to wait for him to come back and join everybody else. But I'm like, do I cut the rest? It's like, it looks horrible to have one short one. So I'm like, do I cut the rest off? Because they're growing. I think it's those iron pills making them grow, because my nails have never been so long before. Cricket. They've never been this long before, ever. And I don't know how people really manage with these things, but I've bumped and banged these nails and they're still here. So that's why I'm like, I'm really tripping. Like, it can't be anything but these iron pills. That's the only thing I've changed. And what used to really kill my nails is when I would do the Dollar Tree walkthroughs and trying to sort through all that stuff, I would always end up breaking a nail on a walkthrough video, because trying to hold the camera in one hand and shuffle through stuff with the other, it would just, my nails would always knock up against something and they would always snap. So I was never able to, this cricket, man, ooh, you guys don't know, you just don't know how irritating that is to me. It's just killing my vibe right now. Anyways, so Pinky succumbed to her injury, so we gotta wait for her to grow back out. So I got one little nub, and the rest, you know, are still growing. I wanted to see how long I could go, or how long they could get, or how long I could tolerate them, depending on how long they got. But it's, like I said, it's got to be the iron. But I think at some point I'm going to cut them, because you see this stuff right here where the product gets underneath it. I hate how everything just, if you're lotioning, any type of product you put on your hand or you're trying to use, it just gets caught up under there, and I hate that. So now I have my nail brushes, so every time I wash my hands I gotta brush up under there, and I'm like, this is just too much maintenance for some fingernails. How do people pay for this? Oh, and the only reason I'm tolerating it is because it's free, and I have a box full of fingernail polish from my couponing days. I have a gajillion bottles of polish, and it's actually easier to polish fingernails when you actually have them versus when they're short. At least that's what I find. So that's the only reason I'm tolerating them, because it's really like, I'm just kind of, it's an attraction for me right now because it's new, but I can't rearrange my life for no fingernails. But anyways, I'm done. I've talked your ear off. It's time for me to go heat up the hot head and put my shower cap on and my fabric cap and get to conditioning. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to do the castor oil right now because there's so much product on my hair. I don't think I need it. Plus it's in the mixture. So I'm not going to do that for those reasons. I think it's enough product. I really packed it on tonight because I felt like I really needed a good session to really saturate my hair. So I'm not going to worry about the going down the front. I'll do it in the morning when I wake up, and I have been doing it every day. I'm still trying to get to twice a day, but I have been doing it at least once a day. But right now I want to get my hot head on, hop in the shower, and enjoy the rest of my evening. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and hopefully you have gotten you had a chance to get your hair done as well, or you just enjoyed listening to me ramble about nothing important. I'm good to do that. It's easy to do. And